What's going on, guys? This is Chris here, back with another video, and today I want to quickly cover 5 myths about the HSC that everyone thinks is true but really isn't. Now quickly guys, if you do enjoy this video, remember to give it a big thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button to subscribe to my channel and stay up to date with the videos I post. But apart from that guys, let's get into it. The first myth on our list that everyone believes is that you have to do extension subjects to get a good ATAR. This is just flat out not true. Yes, it is rather common that high achieving students do extension 1 or 2 maths or extension 2 English, but you don't have to do these subjects to do well. There's no prerequisite you must do extension 1 English to do well. It just happens that the students who want to push themselves further typically pick up harder subjects because they know that if they do well, they will be rewarded. But I've seen many students do standard English, general maths, or even both and still get a really high ATAR. So don't worry about having to do extension subjects. The second myth that we have that everyone believes is that you need to have a tutor or a lot of extra help to be able to comprehend the HSC and its content and do well. Again, this is just not true. I had a tutor for about 6 weeks for 4-unit mathematics, and although it was helpful, I didn't necessarily think that it was something that I had to do over and over and push myself to do 6 hours of school and then 2 or 3 hours of tutoring to stay on top of just one subject. Didn't think it was necessary. I had a lot of friends and good teachers that helped me through the subject, and that was enough for me to do well. Third study myth about the HSC is that you have to spend all your time studying. You can't do extracurriculars, you can't socialize too much, you have to just sit down and study. Now this is definitely not true, and I'd go to say that it's actually quite dangerous for your health to cut out exercise, cut out reading a book, playing an instrument, hanging out with friends, riding the bike, whatever it is that you do to have fun outside of school. You should keep doing those things throughout the HSC. Don't just cut these things out because someone told you that you had to study 6 or 7 hours a day to do well. They're wrong, I promise you. Fourth myth about the HSC, and a lot of people think this, and it's basically that, oh, I go to a lower ranked school, so because of this, I won't be able to do well in my HSC. And this again is flat out wrong. ATAR system and the calculation that NESA uses does include your school and its ranking, but it's not entirely just based on, oh, this school's always bad. That's not fair. It's based on how well the cohort does. And although that is the case, it's not something you can control. So the best thing you can do is just sit down and do your study and focus on doing the best you can, and also help your classmates and help your other students if you believe that you can add value to their study. Because if you help them, that'll ultimately help you. But the best thing is just to do the best you can and try and get the highest ranks you can in your school. That'll help you the most. The fifth and final myth about the HSC, and I think this is more for parents than students, but it does apply to both, is that if I don't get a high ATAR, I can't go to the uni I want to, I can't get a good job. And again, this is wrong. There are lots and lots and lots of universities in Australia that have 1, alternate pathways, and 2, not 99.95 cutoffs for everything. There are plenty of opportunities to do a science degree at a multitude of universities, or even a law degree at a multitude of universities for ATAR requirements that will probably surprise you. One of the important things to say here is that you should look at these other options before you get bogged down in those last 3 weeks of the HSC exams. Make sure you understand the early entry schemes that universities have and understand the ATAR requirements that you need and any bonus point opportunities you might have. Because at the end of the day, once you get the ATAR in your university, that's kind of it. People move on from the ATAR. No one's going to ask you what it was. No one's going to care what it was. And especially for jobs, if your choice is to go to university or TAFE and complete a degree or a diploma and then go look for a job, they're not just going to sidetrack your degree and go, ooh, what ATAR did they get? They really don't care. What they want to see is how well you've committed yourself in university. Extracurriculars, internships, these things are a lot more important than just how well someone did in their HSC. So that's going to be it for this quick video guys, and a quick breakdown of 5 myths about the HSC that some people still believe but just flat out aren't true. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and if you have any other myths or questions about the HSC that you think aren't true, leave them in the comment section below and we can talk about them some more. Besides that guys, please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are interested in this content and want to see more in the future. And apart from that guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.